My name's James. I'm the director for 1974 Productions from the show A Different Way Home by Jimmy Chin.
Okay, and what's the show about?
The show is a tale of two halves. The tagline we're using is there are two sides to every story. So there are two main players in the play, a brother and a sister who haven't spoke to each other for donkey's years. And the story tells us why from two different sides. So it teaches us the face value of we take everything we read here and do we believe it till we hear the second part. So it's split into two halves. The first half is the brother, Leslie. He's lived with his mum ever since the day he was born. He's in his 60s now, so he's a bit of a Roy Cropper if we term it to Coronation Street. So we hear his side of the story leading up to his mother's death and the whys and wherefores of his life. And during the whole of the first half, it tells us about his family and tells us about things that happened, but doesn't tell us why he fell out with his sister. So you start working the information. He's got other brothers that he gets on with, but he's always returns to the sister I hate, who lives just around the corner. His other family live in Canada and I think it's Australia. So it's animosities because she's around the corner, she never comes round, why don't she come round? So you hear all his side of the story. Second half is her side of the story, so we revisit the story from before from a total different angle, and we then get her snippets of the story and she fills in all the little bits he never told us. So you start, it's like every typical family feud, he said, she said, and all the fake news, you believe that until you start hearing that. So the summary really is don't take everybody at face value until you've heard both sides of the story.
And your two main protagonists, who are your leads?
We have the play is written as the man and the woman, and we have one person doing it as a one-man play.
Okay.
So he's playing the brother in the first half, and then we've got the fella in the second half playing the sister. So we're not heavily pushing it on that because we want people to come and enjoy the storytelling, not the fact that we've got one guy doing both parts. So the guy that we're doing it is a guy called Darren Scott. He's well known around here in the fringe circuit. It's actually his 40th year in theatre this year, so it's partly for him as well. We're marking his sort of anniversary. He's a very good character actor. He's just finished filming with Mike Lee in the Peterloo film, so we're lucky to get him. So he's playing both parts, and it'll be interesting to see that development we get with both characters.
Is this your first time at the Fringe, or
first time at the Manchester Fringe? I've worked with Darren before at the Earlham Fringe a couple of years ago, which is where I got to know him and learn about him. But it's my debut here with our production company, so be gentle on us that way as virgins of the Fringe.
So, first play?
It's our first play as a production company, but historically it's probably about my 20th play. I've done 20 odd years of directing for other people. We're now doing it for ourselves, so we're taking that leap into funding it ourselves and doing our own production company. What's
been the big obstacles that you've had to overcome to get this far?
If we take the finances out of it, which is always the obstacle of everything, we've not found a major hurdle yet. Picking a product that works for us and the audiences at Guybridge in here is obviously always going to be the biggie. We've not jumped any major hurdles because we're just hitting everything head on and just getting through everything. So at the moment, apart from picking the play, because that has to be obviously so right, I think that's probably your main one, and we think we've picked a really good storytelling play.
Okay, whereabouts is it showing during the Fringe?
We've got 2 days in July, the 21st and 22nd at Guybridge Theatre in Odenshaw, and then we're at the King's Arms Theatre on Wednesday the 25th.
Oh, just upstairs from here.
Just upstairs from there.
So, and tickets on sale?
The tickets for Guybridge are on sale now from the guybridgeGBT.co.uk website, and then the King's Arms will be through the Fringe website on I think it's the 1st of May they become available. Guybridge and King's Arms are two totally different audiences, and we're doing massive promotions because we live over that way. So we're very familiar with the theatre and the audiences, so we're doing a lot with Thameslide Reporter and stuff to push it over there, and then obviously we've got to work on a different tactic for the Fringe audience over here, but hopefully we've picked the right product. It's traditional storytelling. I find you've got two audiences, I think, with the Fringe. Those that want to be challenged and will take any weird and wacky thing, and those that actually, look, I still want to be not over the top chat. So we've got to try and find that balance of.
At the end of the day, I think people want to be entertained, don't they?
Mm.
And that's where the problem lies.
I think it's a difficult. I think for me as well, when I look, because I'll look at stuff in your sport, and some of them I'll just go, that's just too far away out for me. I know we do theatre as a life, but there are certain boundaries that you just go, really? So hopefully it's a nice. It's not too safe because it's a really nice emotional play, but hopefully it's enough for people to go, that's the safer bet, if that makes sense, without it being derogatory.
Yeah,
So
no, I don't
gone
think
for a
it's
bit more of a moody poster and trying to get that interest of.
Yeah, I don't think it's at the end of the day. It's the old saying about art's in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? And people will go and watch what they want to go and watch. So, and I think there is still a genuine desire out there for real, if you like, theatre, as you say, storytelling, and that's what.
This is when we start doing, because we're going to get a video and we're going to, we've got all the plans to get it all trailered. I think when people see that it's not something weird and wonderful, that it's traditional but still a nice packs a punch.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think that'll help to push it. Especially Guy Bridget will. We know that. I just don't know.
Yeah, I think that certainly the fringe audience that I've known here over the last 3 years that I've been sort of helping out with this, they've all been very.
No, that's mine. That one. It'll be work probably.
Yeah, they've always been open to pretty much everything that's going on. So,
last year I discovered one that I just thought was amazing that they did at the Fringe. Was it Julia Castrano, The Ugliest Woman?
Yes, I didn't see that one.
I mean, it sounds daft if you don't see it, do you? Because it was done at the time in the black. But I actually think it was the most stunning piece I saw last year because you didn't see anything, but you saw everything. The way they did it, I just thought was amazing. That took me out of my normal. Yeah. And I'm so glad I did that jump because I just thought it was just the way they did it with the smells and every sound of the market and the elephants. It was them. It wasn't recording. So I just thought it was very, very clever.
That's what Fringe is there to do. It's to challenge and educate as well.
It certainly made it open my eyes, I suppose, to just different tactics of what people appreciate and how. Because even though you didn't see a thing, you followed that person. You were watching. It made you realise your senses, and you used your senses totally differently. But I just found it so bizarre that I was actually watching the conversation, even though there's nobody there. Sort of thing. Bizarre, but good.
Great, thank you. Lovely to meet you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.